with that being said, where do we begin? Does anyone have any questions on sales? I mean, the people who have all these questions on sales, I say, I'm going to do a webinar for you. They don't know, they never show up. I think I've probably got like the best converters, or some of the best converters anyway. Tane, Shay, and Tom, you guys convert a hell of a lot. Cass, this might be quite valuable for you today, but we'll see. And the girls in New Mexico, you girls are good, but yeah, okay. Leads. Let's just kick it off. How did your lead boxes go? You got some leads. You got, what did you get? 11, I think, or something.
Yeah, so we went to 5 different places, or 4, and we got 11.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to call them tomorrow, and then my mom, I possibly got my mom another client because I can't take any more now that school's starting, but I can give her more, so I'll sell for her is what I'm wanting to do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's cool. Have you contacted any of them yet?
No, that's what we're doing tomorrow.
Okay. Awesome. What do we say when we contact them? What are you going to do?
Well, I was just gonna say, hi, this is Kelly from SNR Fitness. We saw that you put your information down in one of the lead boxes. Let's have you in for a free training session.
Okay.
When are you available?
They're called competition boxes, first and foremost. Right? Yeah, always competition boxes. The reason why is because leads don't like to be told that they are.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
yeah. So always competition boxes, right? So do that. Just say, hey, it's Kelly from SNR Fitness. You put your details in the box in the box in XYZ business. So whatever the business is, tell them like what business that was, because it makes it relatable. So you put your name down in the box in Walmart, right? For example, to claim free training, you've got free training. So when suits you best to claim it? Morning or evening? That's what I'd always say. When suits you best to play, morning or evening?
Yeah. Okay.
When you say morning or evening, they'll say one of the two, and then you just go from there. That's it. So let's talk about we might as well roll this through. So your sales process. How do we take the sales process? How are you taking it? And you're going to take them, Cal? Is that what you're going to do, or what's the Yeah.
So my plan is obviously to go off the gold or the silver package that we discussed, or that we will be discussing on Thursday. Yeah. And then just, so I was going to have them come in. Obviously, I'm going to introduce myself as one of the other trainers too. And then I'll have my mom take them, show them around, do her session with them.
What do you suggest for to sort of entice them?
This is good, because this is what we're going to talk about. So first and foremost, guys, I think to pre-frame, there is a process in the portal, which is what I recommend every single personal trainer follows. It's the best process. So this is why we call everything like a 2-part tailored mind and body results-based training session. Part 1 is the mind, which is the pre-exercise questionnaire. And that pre-exercise questionnaire, you'll bring people to what we call a pain wall, right? You bring them to a pain wall. And if you go into stage 2.1, I talk about sales training and about bringing people to a pain wall. So you got to basically speak to them. And I get a lot of questions a lot of the time from people saying like, it's a bit of a weird question, Simon, but what if people don't really have a pain wall, or what if they don't really have a goal? And that's a great question. So if you're finding that they're like, they're not someone who needs to lose 60 pounds or whatever, and they don't really have any clear-cut goals, don't try and drag it out of them. That's a great first tip. Just get stuck into a session and put them through a training session where they realize that basically they'll be trained well, and they'll get some good value from that. So this 2-part mind and body training session, after you finish that, you go through it all. After you finish the mind part, you put them into your VIP group, right? You'll see at the bottom of the pre-exercise questionnaire, put them in there. So the way in which you want to do this, guys, this is like, it's so important. Shay, I know Matt has grown your group to nearly 1,000. Have you got 1,000 yet in your VIP group? Nearly, yeah. So they nearly got 1,000. That's double what I had, right? And these guys have worked in the industry for half the time that I did as a PT, and they did double the amount. So what it shows is, and I think Matt and Shay are the only people that I know that have, because of the numbers, and their numbers are a bit bigger than a lot of people, but they followed the process. If you don't put people into the VIP group, you pretty much, if they don't sign up, you've got nothing from the whole process. The sales process, or before the sales process, putting them into that VIP group, number one, it wraps back in, and I'm starting to wake up a little bit now, which is great. Okay, so it actually ties them into the funnel that we did last week, right? Puts them into the group. You tag in the welcome video, then you can back them up with the message again if they didn't convert. But obviously, if they don't convert in the second half of this session, you're not going to pester them to convert again. But still, put them into the group. Then you can target them again down the line. Now you're going to get into the second part of the session, which is a practical. Now, Kelly, what did you say that your mum was going to take them through a session?
Yeah, so she was just gonna take them, through a session. Is there anything that you suggest? I mean,
See, usually
know
if
to do
I
that part.
had a client, the first things we would do is talk all about them, their health issues, give them postural assessments, give them different assessments. So that's usually the way I do it. And I don't know if that's the way you want me to do it.
Yes. So you guys, it's going to be different because of your niche.
yeah,
Yeah. So basically what we normally do is very simple. You put people through a session which is the same every time. Now, the most popular niche out there is weight loss. It is what it is. And whether people want to get like strong, strength and conditioning, they want to learn certain things, I guarantee you they will probably all want to lose weight as well. Like, so basically what we do is we do not, this is huge as well, like never over deliver. Lucky, perfect timing for you to come onto the call, brother. Lucky used to over deliver, I think, a lot in his
And what does over deliver consist of?
Give them too much fucking value. Don't do it.
Right. So what
no
is that to you?
postural assessments then.
So what you say? So what did you say? No postural assessment.
Yeah, like, because we do like what, gait assessments, postural assessments,
We do the hard.
push, pull, like all that. So then we should probably just get them right into the workout.
So what I would, well, this is what we do, right? So what we normally do is obviously you do the mind part, then you go forward. Okay, cool. Let's go into the gym. And here's another thing: if your gym tells you or wants you to do orientations, right? Just basically when you book them in, this is a little side note. Say, I'm going to book you in for your orientation, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go above and beyond what that orientation is, and I'm going to give you X, Y, Z, which is the tailored 2-part mind and body training session, right? So that's another little tip there, but you're going to get into the session. Now, what I recommend doing, and this is all in the training, is I recommend doing 3 exercises. And this is for girls, 99% of the time, this will be perfect. But specifically for girls, squats, lunges, push-ups, body weight squats, body weight lunges, body weight push-ups, right? The worst thing you can do is get stuck straight into a session and start wowing them with all of the amazing quality that you guys have of how to do like technical exercises which require a lot of experience, which will actually wow the client. But once you've shown them, they know it, right? When you show the client how to use the lat pull down, but with 2 single attachments, and you're going to hold one arm under tension while you're going to continue to pump the second one, and then you're going to pause and then do different types of variations and stuff like that, right? you'll give them a great session, but number one, they'll be screwed the next day. They'll probably be screwed in the session, to be honest with you. And it's too advanced, and you'll scare them, right? Or they'll take it and then they'll literally take your value and run. So you don't want to do this. Like anyone who wows people, and they're like, oh, okay, so what calories should I do? Okay, well, you know, if you want to be in a deficit, you know, you're 6 foot, you're 100 kilos, like you should probably be like 2,500 calories, you know, keep your protein around 200. If you're doing them, or if you're doing that, you're showing them exactly why they don't need you, because you're just giving everything to them. So it's very simple: squats, lunges, and push-ups. Right? The reason why is because anyone could do them anywhere. All of us could do them here right now. Body weight squats. Now the first set, they show you what to do. It has to be done this way. They show you, right? If you show them what to do, like, and what you'll find is, and you'll have this a lot of people be like, oh, yeah, but I don't really know how to do them properly, or I'm nervous. That's fine. This is what I'm here for, right? And you've had that before, Tom. It looks like you've had that before, right? Everyone will have probably had that before. If you do this properly, they'll be nervous to do it. But just say, trust me, I've got you, and this is exactly why we're here, right? And we get to the point of why this works so well soon. Do the first set. They're going to show you their hip motion's going to be off. They're going to be they're going to be bending their back. They're bending from the knees. Like most of the time, when people squat, they don't use deflection in their hips, right? They don't activate glutes. They bend their back and their knees. They don't use the hinge, right? So you'll find that that's what's going to happen. Now, second set, you show them, right? So you're going to show them, and this is just a body weight squat. So at the end of the day, guys, it doesn't matter if you give them a lot of value of this, because it's a freaking body weight squat. Anyone can do them anywhere, right? And you're obviously going to elevate that to barbell squats, to whatever squats, right? You then show them, okay? Third set, they then show you again, and within about 5 minutes, they will have completely transformed their squat. I can guarantee it. Completely transform their squat, which means with you, subconsciously, they're thinking, I have just completely made a 180 in 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. Make sense? That is the best way to take a consultation. We repeat that with lunges. So, and the reason why we do squats, lunges, push-ups, has anyone here ever had anyone like get sick, pass out, faint, anything like that in a consult? I have multiple times. Have anyone had that before? Lucky has. If you haven't, you're lucky, and it's good, because you like, it shows. It either shows that people push too hard, or you've just got really unfit clients and or unfit prospects. I had it before. I remember when you told me, Lucky, when it happened to you, and I remembered when it happened to me too. So we do squats, lunges, push-ups, because you're not like, imagine if you get a fat guy overweight and you start getting him to bench press, right? Like, and then getting him to superset it with push-ups. Guy's probably going to faint, pass out. So we do these exercises because they're very low fitness level. Yeah. They don't consume very much energy. Same with lunges next, right? You'll find with lunges, people, they always kind of like rock their back. They don't keep their back straight and like use their hinge joints. Same sort of thing, right? They show you, you show them, they show you again. They transform their lunge. Then you do the same with a push-up on their knees, if possible, or if they need, right? Because I can't do push-ups on my toes, right? Have you heard that one, Tom, before? Have you done that one, right? So do it on their knees, right? Push-ups on the knees. 3 times, I need Simon, I need Simon, I need Simon. That's what they're going to think, right? I just transformed the simplest of exercises. This is how their head will think. The simplest of exercises in literally 5-10 minutes tops for all of them. That is how you do it. And what you also want to do, guys, you want to use language such as like, imagine where you're going to be in 6 weeks if this is what you're like in 6 minutes. That's power right there. That's what I say. Like, man, it's huge. Yeah, and they'll be like, oh my, and it's like, I just keep motivate them. You can wow them with motivation. Wow them with motivation, that's no problem. But don't wow them with value. Just don't. It's a waste of time. You'll completely screw yourself. So that's that. You're then going to continue this for, I mean, this is why you don't need to do consults for longer than 20 minutes, half an hour. What you've just given them there is all they need to see. With them, I am better in such a short amount of time. And then we always go into yes set questions. So I'll just finish off what the training goes through. So at the end of the consultation process, who's using the yes set questions?
The what?
Yes set questions. Who's using them? Mike, you'll be using them. Tane, you use them, bro? A little bit. Ryan, you're using them. Lockie, are you using the yes sets? Okay. Everyone needs to use yes set questions. So this is actually turning into a great little seminar, because I'm telling you, all you guys here, you'll further improve conversion rates with this. So yes set questions are, you're going to ask a question which always end, it's a closed question which will always end in a yes, right? Because when people say yes, 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 what's the likelihood of the next word being? Yes, right? Especially when you're coming to a sale or a close or a pitch. So with that being said, you're going to do this same thing. So squats, lunges, push-ups, you could do, I like to then use I used to like to use a cable pull down and do it with do like a hammer curl and a tricep rope pull down. And the reason why is because, again, a lot of people with this one, they swing from they don't isolate the muscle, right? So they swing like this when they need to be like that, right? You know what I mean? So that's why I use that one. And then so then they've got like legs, chest, arms, bis and tris done. They have a good little workout. And then you say this, amazing work, we're finished. Did you enjoy the workout today, right? What do you think they're going to say? They're going to say yes. So that's a yes set question. Next one, can you see yourself training like this more often? They're going to say yes. If they don't say yes, they've got bigger balls than all of us combined to tell someone who's just given them a great PT session that they couldn't see themselves training like that more often, right? Because they will, as long as you've delivered what we've just talked about, they've had a freaking good session, guys. Really good session. So did you enjoy the session today? Yes. Can you see yourself training like this more often? Yes. Okay, cool. I'll show, this is how you get transformed, or you transform from the end of the session into the close. Okay, cool. I'll show you where we go from here, right? That's the biggest, one of the biggest sales questions a lot of people have is, how do I get from the end of the session into the close? And that's how you do it. Has anyone ever had problems with doing that before? Like how you can you have, because it's quite awkward. Like a lot of people, they'll go, all right, that's the end of the session. Do you want to do any PT? It doesn't work, right? So you've got to use yes set questions. Did you have fun today, right? Yes, cool. Can you see yourself training like this more often? Yes. All right, sweet. I'm going to show you where we go from here. I'll show you where we go from here. And that's where you're going to go into your tangible product. Sherry, this is why your tangible product needs to have the intro slide, the run through, the value, the gold, the silver, and the price. Because if you just go, all right, sweet, I'll show you where we go from here, and you go, boom, here's the price, you skip out a very important part. So the part of the tangible product, so you've got an intro slide. Some of you guys will have weight loss products or packages and strength and conditioning, or your S&C, Kelly and Suzanne, right? So what you would do is this, you say, right, as a professional, and after today's session, and after obviously listening to your goals at the start, I can see that what you need is this. This is the best, this is the solution for your goals, right? And obviously for you guys, Kelly and Suzanne, you've got multiple different types of clients. So, and types of if they're cancer patients or if they've got anything like that, you want to kind of have a package that's they're all the same, by the way, guys, because you're going to train them individually and you're going to give them individual stuff, but the packages can't be individual for a million types of clients. So just use what we do is have the same package, but you can have extreme weight loss, super strong, right? Lean and toned, whatever you want to call it. And you go, cool, Tom Rose gets a client who wants to get like Tom, and it's like, sweet, you want the lean and tone package, or you want bigger booty package, whatever the hell you want to do, right? You go through there and you show them the intro. The intro says, inside the bigger booty package, we're going to tailor out your nutrition and your training to ensure that you get a bigger booty, your legs get stronger, more, or your legs get bigger, you get thicker, right? Whatever you want to say. And that you get overall stronger and in better condition, right? Whilst dropping body fat and becoming toned, right? So you speak the language in the intro slide of what that client wants based on what they've told you in that pre-exercise questionnaire, right? This is why you have the various products. Then you show the proof, right? You show the proof. Meet Dave, who wanted bigger booty. Meet Danielle, rather, right? Meet Danielle. So you can show Danielle and what she achieved. She used the gold package, right? Even if she didn't, just put gold package user, right? Or then you got the next person. It could be Annabelle. Yeah, you can show before being skinny and then after being like more shape, right? Silver package. Blah, 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 blah. You only need about 3 or 4 of these max. And then you go in, boom, always show gold first, yeah? Always gold first. Gold first, then silver, which is best for you. That's it. Gold first, then silver, which is best for you. But you want to run through all the value in each of those 2 packages. And then you'll come to a point where, I mean, look, you can say which is best for you. I mean, like, that's quite blunt because it's going to be like, okay, well, I've got gold or silver, that's it. What you can say though, and this is what I used to say, is this. You can say, basically, we've got 2 packages, right? Or 2 types of package for the Booty Blaster package, right? It's gold and silver. The only difference between gold and silver is gold is 3 sessions a week, silver is 2. All right, so it comes down to how often you want to train with us, and therefore the price point. So the price point is either 210 or 160 or whatever it is, 140. So which is best for you? That's what you say. Which is best for you? And if I find when highlighting packages like that and saying there's 2 differences. Number 1, how many times you want to train with us, and number 2, the price point that goes with it. Then just that's it. Just say which is best for you. Then you might find then that people just say, yeah, sweet, done. If you've nailed the process, they are serious, the pre-exercise questionnaire has gone well, everything's gone well, they'll sign up like Tom did again. Like you've had, how many golds have you had recently, Tom? You had 3, is that 3 now? 3 and plus silvers. Tom's only signing pretty much gold and silvers, and then like some online people and whatever, but yeah. That's the process. Tom, what process what's the language that you're using? If you don't mind, like coming off mute, sharing a little bit, because not to put you in the spotlight, but you are doing well, if you can. I don't know whether you're in the gym and you've got people around you or
No, it's fine. They just left. So
okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, what are you saying? Because it's freaking working well.
I literally what you just said is exactly what I say. I was like, I must have got that from you because like, wait, I don't know where I really started saying that, but since I moved here, that's what I've changed. And I feel like just giving them those 2 options, and like I tell them what I recommend. Like I say that I recommend 3 sessions per week for whatever their goals are, but you also have this second option. So I only give them that so that they can only choose 2, but I find I really sell like the gold package. So they're always reverting to that. I find recently, that's which I
really clever. Really clever. Like, I think here's the thing as well. I can see you doing this, Tom, and I can see it being like super cool, calm, and collected. I can see that. Like, I think you're definitely in a flow at the moment. Obviously, everyone knows. Well, I think everyone knows that we moved Tom from Adelaide to Melbourne. She's grown to 6 figures super quick. She's now above that, and we're maintaining the business by still growing it, which is a big tip for all of you guys. When you get to 6 figures, so Jack Lockie, Tane, you're doing this enough. Michael, Ryan, you can all take note from this. What I'm doing with Tom Rose, and I've never done it with anybody before, is when you hit 6 figures, you do not ever stop marketing. Never stop it, because you're gonna lose clients. And Mike, we know what happens when we stop. Like you've seen like humongous spikes of difference, right? You grow freaking quick, but then you drop quick. Tom Rose is still continuing to trickle. Like, we are stable because you're still losing a couple, Tom, right? And they're gonna come, they're gonna go. So you never stop marketing, like never stop it, never. And basically, I can imagine Tom there being super cool, calm, and collected. Never, ever, ever should you be in a position where you feel flustered when you sell, because people will read you like a book. They'll read you like a book, and they'll think this person wants my money. And what Tom's doing there as well, which is also amazing, is like, I recommend that if you want to get your goals, this is the package. You could, and I mean, I would probably go one worse than Tom and say this, and I'd say you can still achieve this goal with the silver, but it just comes down to your budget and how much you want to train. But if you're open like that, it shows you that you're not there to take their money at the highest package. You're there to give them the best solution to get them to their goal, and that's exactly what you need to do. It's that simple. Yeah, so Cal and Suzanne, like, what are your thoughts with that?
I got him. I believe in myself. I'm good at sales, so I got him.
You got him. Okay, I like that. Is there any pointers that you pick up from that?
I would honestly say just like being confident in yourself and being able to just know that you do give value, and that I am going to deliver, or my mom's going to deliver. I think we are very good PTs, and we just need, like you said, just the people coming in. Yeah, just keep the leads going, and then having consistent people coming in. And yes, like you said, there are people that are going to leave, but we need to make sure that we're gaining more than we're losing. So yeah.
100%.
I like that you did. I never thought of actually giving them 3 exercises. I do this actually with my clients, where I'll say, like, when they're first beginning, I'll be like, okay, show me what you think a squat is. And they'll be like, I don't know, I get kind of nervous doing it. And I'm like, it's okay. You're just here with me. You're totally fine. Just show me what you think it is. And so they'll show me, and then I'll be like, okay, so here's a better way to do this. And so that's what I'll do with them. But I like that you added just 3. And then you're like, okay, now you go, like, you're very much step by step, and I like that. So
yeah, 100%. I think there's something I'm going to show you guys here actually as well. If you want to take things to the next level, right, in terms of pre-framing people, and this will, like, hands up if you coach more, or if you've ever come across more elite clients that can do bodyweight squats, push-ups, and that. Right, here we go. This is for you guys, right? Where is it?
I was just going to ask, what do you recommend for people that are actually at a higher level already with their training with that free session?
Exactly. So this is what this is for. This is really good, actually. I'm glad we're going through this. I just needed a minute before. I was telling the guys who were here at the start, I've only just got out of bed. It's been crazy busy the last fucking week. Okay, can everyone see the screen? Right. This is a pre-framing tool, which is a beast. Cass, for you, this is like huge value today, right? Because obviously we're just getting into this sort of sales stuff and the beginning stuff. Also as well, Sherry, this is gonna, again, perfect timing. Like, I know you can sell, both of you girls, but this is huge. Now, what you can do, guys, is this. And what this does is it pre-frames. So I want to take it back before to what I said when people people like, you need to do these gym tours or orientations, and like it's part and parcel of what the gym offers, but then you're like, how do I then get them booked in for a consult, right? So what I would do, if you ever have any of this, does anyone have that, by the way, where you have to do like, you have to follow the gym's orientation protocol? Anyone know? Jack, yeah, Jack, you will have had to, Cass, maybe yourself, like you might have to, like, but and like with Kickstarts, Cass, this is what I would be doing. So anyone in Good Life gyms, this is what you do. You pre-frame by just telling them this, right? Say, right, like at the gym here, what we normally got to do, we've got to go through this, this, and this. I like to personally take it a little bit bigger than that, bigger and better, right? I like to take it a bit further. So we're going to give you a tailored 2-part mind and body results-based session. I'm going to include a tour of the gym with this as well. So don't worry. Does that sound better? Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds great. And you're just being a little bit more personalized. Now, this is for people that are a little bit more advanced and people that are going to come in and demand more from you. Has anyone here ever had someone who's like, I just want to do more of this, this, and this, or I need something a bit like harder. And they're the ones who are kind of in control, right? This is what you show them at the start, okay? This is what you show them at the start. And I'd show this to everyone. Like we tested this. This improved conversion rates drastically when we tested this about a year ago. So basically, you've got steps to success on one axis here and time, knowledge, and experience. All right. So with time, knowledge, and experience, they're going to get more success, right? But here's what we do. Number one today, so the journey to the new you, it begins now. And you just pre-frame by showing them this today. You could show them this before the pre-exercise questionnaire if you want, or after the pre-exercise questionnaire before you get into the practical. And this does not need to be amended, guys. I haven't branded it. I've made it look unique and like it's got like a little fitness image in the background. Take this, copy it, print it, and use it as it is, right? So you just got to highlight to these more advanced guys that for you, even though they might be advanced, like the trainer themselves is, step one is I've got to determine your ability in a starting point, which I think, would everyone agree, is like pretty straightforward. Like you have to determine their starting point. So we're going to establish a relationship and a goal and determine a starting point. We're going to do a physical overhaul, ability check, and assess your form and technique and ability. Yeah, that's what step number one is, right? And that's what you do inside that inside that 2-part mind and body tailored results-based session. That's what you're going to do, right? From here, though, what you can do is you could bring this back at the close. So, did you have fun today? Yes. Can you see yourself training like this more often? Yes. Cool. I'll show you where we go from here. Boom. So you've got your iPad ready, right, with your slideshow. But first you could do this, right? So today we've done number one. Tick. They've already taken a step in the right direction. This is what their head will be thinking, right? Number two, what we're going to continue to do from here is this. We're going to additionally add new methods. So rather than just body weight, squats, lunges, push-ups that we talked about, new training style, we're going to add in equipment, variety, and add in methodology that lead to new results. They'll go, all right, that's cool. And they can then at least see, the more advanced people, they can see, all right, this comes next, rather than, oh, I went and seen this trainer and they were so basic for me. It's not that they're basic. You need to get a starting point for them. You're not just going to go, all right, go and squat 200 kilos. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to do that. Then you can go through step number 3 in the journey is addition of variety and intensity. So with increased ability comes new achievements. Continue to adapt and conquer, right? Number 4, then we go into advanced programming. You're a completely different person now. You're a completely different person now, and the end is in sight. Fine-tuning stage begins. You could almost kind of like look at this as like steps to getting into like a comp prep sort of physique. But again, it's just to get to anyone's goal, right? And then number 5, goals accomplished. Results achieved, reassess and restart with new goals. So you could like make this individualized, guys, for people. Right now, you're down here. Yeah, number 1, you want to lose 60 pounds. Up here, right? And you've already made a start. You've already made a start today, guys. Well done. You're here, you've showed up, gone through, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Here, you're 30 or 40 or 50 pounds lighter. Then we start, you know, or here, you're 30, 40, 50 pounds lighter. We start to fine tune, get you to the rest of it. All right. Does that make sense, that document? Yeah. Any thoughts? Does anyone use that document?
I've started doing something similar because we saw that in that seminar last week.
Yeah.
So I've actually been hand drawing it on the pre-exercise questionnaire and running through it with them. But I reckon everyone here's probably had it where they get the people go, yeah, I'm advanced and I know what I'm doing, and then they're actually a 1 and not a 4.
Yeah, 100%. And like, it's so simple. Like, I think thing is as well, like that document, it's about a year old, roughly. There's constantly stuff being updated in the portal. I mentioned about 4 months ago, I need to do a post with all the updated content. That content just keeps getting updated, but the list that I haven't posted gets longer. Like that's why it's really good today to do this sales workshop, as it were, a little sales seminar. That document, I think for any of you, or no one here uses it. If you use that, what it does, and I've said this so much recently, like it just communicates to their head. Most people, they communicate to their people's faces. But what you've got to try and do, you've got to try and communicate in their own language that they can understand, which makes the nuts and bolts tick in their brain. And that's what we call the subconscious, right? But I mean, that's what you've got to do. And if you can do that, you can sell ice to an Eskimo. It's almost cheating. It is almost cheating. And it's not, and it's not about cheating because we want to take their money. It's because we want to help these guys and we want to get more clients. Does anyone like the idea of that spreadsheet or have anything to add to that? Or is anyone going to start using that potentially?
So would you show that through before you go through like your tangible products and that sort of stuff?
So this is what I was saying, Tone, bro. So I recommend that you would show that at the end of the pre-exercise questionnaire, end of the pre-exercise questionnaire. Then you do your yes set questions. So how was the session today? Did you have fun, right? Yes. Could you see yourself training like this more often? Yes. Cool. I'll show you where we go from here. Right. And just say, right, I want to take you back now to this sheet. You've just achieved number 1.
Yep. So
you can you tell them you've just ticked off 20% of the list by turning up today, and just say it's well done. And I've had a blast training you. And then just say, I just want to show you, these are the next steps. Because like you said before, I'll show you where we go from here. So rather than going straight into, here's a $210 a week package, like it's all about your money, this is the best way to do it. I'm telling you, this sheet will up your conversion rates, guys. And you go, cool, next step is this. Let me do this, this, and this, and this. So picture step 1 is, you want to lose 20 kilos. Step 5, we've lost it. You've already done this first step. I know the starting point. I know what to do next. Then you show them the tangible product growth. So you'll go, okay, so right, based on today and based on step 1 being complete, I can recommend you the XYZ package. And then you open up that slideshow on your iPad and it will say, this package is designed for people to drop body fat whilst maintaining muscle mass and improving strength and their overall condition. That speaks to them. And again, that's why exactly, Sherry, we need those slides, because it speaks to them. And then from there, next one, this is what's included. 3 training sessions per week, 30-minute durations. You get nutrition via an app, which enables you, and this is what I need to do with these new packages when we get round to launching them. When you build these packages, don't feel afraid to say, like, instead of just saying nutrition, say tailored and individualized nutrition using MyFitnessPal application to get you to break the bad habits and relationships that you have with food, holding you back from achieving your results. Elaboration, guys, on every point is massive. And I need to, and I should really be going in and doing all of this for you. But again, it's unique to whatever you want to offer. That's why I leave it up to you. You guys can customize it. Training programs. specific programs that are individualized to your goals, given to you at the right times to enable us to continue progressing your ability in the gym, right? Then you can give them everything else they get. So accountability via XYZ, right? Daily, to make sure that you have me 24/7, not just in the gym. When times are tough, when outside of the gym, when you're spending the most amount of time, you've got the most amount of questions. You see what I mean? Like, elaborate on all those points, then you'll go to the price slide. That price slide is going to be obviously that goal package. All of you guys here now, you should be selling at $60 per half an hour. Really, all of you guys should be at 60 per half. I highly recommend that you're 60 per half. And that's it. So then you got 60, 180, and 240, I think. No. 60, 120, 180 minimum. That's what I recommend that you have. Highly recommend that you have. So yeah, does that make sense, Tane? Hopefully that makes sense, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions on any of those parts of the conversion process? You'll have to watch this back, Charmaine, because this has been a really good little sales one. It's been really good. Are you in the gym? I can't hear you. Are you?
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, you're in the gym then?
Yes. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was obviously on a sales chat. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you sign them up?
No.
So Charmaine started in a new gym today, guys. So that's where she is at. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. That slide, to just show you it again. Charmaine, check this out. If I share my screen first. So watch this back today, and I need you to go and check this out. Have you seen this document? Yeah, use this document. It's quite powerful. Yeah, just use it. It's powerful. And then from there, obviously, guys, what we're going to get to now in this part next is objections. So if it's not too loud, Charmaine, what objection did you just have?
Money.
Money. Okay. So basically, could you tell from the start that this person was out?
Yeah, I had a feeling from the start, just from the questions obviously that we asked during the form. You know, like things like whether they eat out, you know, once a week or how many times a week they eat out. And you can kind of get a bit of a feel if they barely eat out, or if they don't have too much alcohol, they're not really spending anything each week. So you can kind of get a gist of, okay, they don't really have much money. And she said throughout it, she doesn't have too much money. She does like free sessions, classes, all that sort of stuff. So you kind of get a feel of it. Yeah.
That makes sense 100%. So here's the thing as well. So like I've always said to a lot of people individually, but I'll say it today for you guys on the call. Any excuse ever, don't care what any fucking person says in the whole entire world, an excuse is a cover-up for a lack of prioritization. That is all it is. There is no such thing. I like I told you, I look like shit at the moment, right? I'm fucking tired. I've probably put on 5 kilos the last 4 days. I haven't trained. I'm drinking about 1 liter of water. And why? Because I'm fucking busy and I'm not prioritizing myself, right? I'm freaking trying to prioritize putting artwork up and fucking looking after kids and unpacking boxes, right? That's why I look like this. I don't look like this normally. I normally look quite nice. But anyway, that's prioritization right there, yeah? That's prioritization. Anybody tells you, and this is where I want you guys to get to, right? And we're doing real good for time because I know a lot of people normally have to clock off at 10 o'clock, which is 10 minutes. So we're going to spend time on this fire right now. Actually, I want to ask Tom. Tom, what do you say? What do you tell people when they don't commit? I'm only asking you because the wallpaper ain't coming back, bro. You're going to have to deal with Messi and Ronaldo. That's what you're going to have to deal with. With no Arsenal players. Sorry, Shay. With you, Tom, what do you say at the end?
Wait, what?
If people say, if people don't want to sign up,
Yeah,
what are you saying at the moment? Because your conversion rates are on point.
I know. So I don't really have too much of an issue.
So people don't say no at the moment. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't really get. I don't really get anyone saying no. Like,
That's quality. Well, why do you, right? Okay. Well, you just said before, like like what you said before is basically you're copying everything we've talked about today in today's seminar, right? So anyone watching this recording, do what we've talked about, right? I'll never forget Shay, Matt Dart, right? Matt said to me one time, he referred me someone and they asked like, what's the program like? What should I do? And Matt said this: hire Simon, pay him, listen, and do everything that the course says, right? That's and that's not ego for me, by the way. That was what one of my clients said. And Tom Rose is basically saying that she's doing everything that we talked about today. If you do this, guys, your conversion rates will be insane. Oh, that was to you, Jack, was it? He said that to you. That's funny. So there you go. Anyway, Tom Rose, that was shit because your conversion rates are too good. Objections, how do you handle them? You don't, right? I don't actually think in here, let me have a little look. I don't think there is much on objection handling, and I'm pretty sure when I redid the portal a while ago, I think I took a lot of it out. Let me have a little quick look here. Focus. So yeah, we focus on people who are ready, NLP. Oh, yeah, objection handling. How big is that? Okay, I do it 7 minutes on objection handling. As I said, everything is a priority, guys, right? So what I say to people is this: if they say anything to do with like, do you know what, like money and stuff like this, and here's the thing as well, that pre-exercise questionnaire, there is quite a blunt question on there, which is how much disposable income do you spend on XYZ? Pre-frame that question, guys. Don't just ask someone who you've got no rapport with how much money they spend on stuff. It's quite rude. Like, so it's like it will come across quite rude. But when you pre-frame it the right way, you'll see the intentions are good. So, Michael, what do you do at the weekend? I go to the footy. I go out with my boy. Drive motorbikes, and we like to eat at restaurants. Awesome. When you go to the footy and then your team loses and you go drown your sorrows afterwards, right? What would you say roughly on a weekend you would spend your disposable income? What would you reckon? What do you reckon you'd say? That's how you do it, right? And that's how you get out of them the money. So when anyone then says a monetary excuse, it's a cover up for a lack of prioritization. So there's two ways in which you can handle this stuff, guys. I'm going to get to the point now, and I'm going to show you the portal. So it's in here. So if there's resistance, right? If there's resistance in people, you can tell them that resistance equals reward. A lot of people will be there and they'll be like a little bit hesitant, right? I have to deal with this massively when I'm signing people up to consulting, because obviously there's a bigger price point attached. But has anyone ever like sensed nerves before with anyone before they've signed up? Yeah, like everyone will have sensed it. Tell them this. So this is one really good point. So you could say, right, at this time, it's quite common that people like get a little bit nervous. And I want to highlight what it is. Now, when I hired my own coach, right, I would say that for all of you guys. Say when I hired my own coach, and a lot of you guys, you might have your own PT coaches as well, right? Say when I hired my own coach, I had exactly the same feeling as what you're having right now, all right? It was only until I did some research and did some personal development, I recently realized that where there's resistance, there's reward. So when you feel like nervous, it's probably because the universe is trying to tell you that there's something good on the other side of that hurdle. So if you feel these nerves, it means it's a good thing, all right? So that's that's a good little, you could then say, so are you ready to get stuck into this and go for it, right? You could also say something like this. You got nothing to lose here. Remember, I mean, Michael, I know you sell things differently. You do packages and stuff like that. Well, or long terms, right? Minimum terms. Never sell packages, guys, ever. It's no 8-week, 6-week, 10-week programs. You can do a minimum clause with a roll-on date, right? But you could say you've got nothing to lose. So you just literally, you've got nothing to lose. It's a minimum term. After that, if this doesn't work, which I know it won't, you can quit. You can say that, but again, this starts to, even me saying this, starts to look like you're trying to sell them something, right? It's quite cringy. And this is why you're better off saying this, right? The excuse is a cover up for one thing. So it's in that video, right? I would say, basically, guys, it's this. Now, I know for a fact that when people want something, they do it. Right. So when people have, you know, obviously money objections, they need to ask their partner and stuff, which can be legitimate. It's completely fine. What I like to say to you guys is this: come back when you're ready. Right. I know I can help you. I've had and this is where you've got to go in like this, guys. I've had an amazing time today, because you're not having a dig at them. If you have a dig at them, they're going to think that girl was a fucking wanker, right? They're not going to like you, right? So you go. If there's any objections, just say this, right? It comes down to timing. That's a good way to say it. Everything comes down to timing. I personally think right now that the timing is not right. Maybe because obviously you've got to ask your missus, or you ask your partner, or you haven't got the money. Timing, right? So what I would say to you is this: I've had a blast today. I can help you. I know I can. And I'd love to help you in the future. But the time's not quite right now. So we'll leave it here. All right. Obviously, you're inside the Facebook group. Stay online and have a little bit of a look at what we're achieving. But when the time's right for you, just know that I'll be here, and I'm ready to help you smash your goals. And you be the one to end the conversation. I can see so many other PTs that don't have sales training, and this is where when you finish your Cert 3, your Cert 4, your qualifications, they don't teach you about any of this. I can see so many trainers there, like panicking in their, shivering in their boots, going like, if you have a cup of coffee once a day and it costs $4, that's $50 a week for PT. Cut your coffee out and you can do PT. Do you know, like what, like, I remember I was coached that. I was like, what a wanker. Like, who coaches that? Like, you've got to be honest. Be honest. They're not prioritizing it. Simple shit, right? They're not. So just tell them, just say so don't say you're not prioritizing this. Just say everything comes down to timing. And for me, I think right now, the time's probably not quite right now for you. Would I be right in saying that? And when you say that, I guarantee you they'll say yes, because you're making them leave easier, rather than them have to continually lie through their teeth to you. They're lying to your face. And this is why objection handling is bullshit, because they're lying. They're not ready. They're not ready to invest. So don't objection handle, because someone who's not ready is never going to be ready at that point in time. So even if you tell them that their coffee or the freaking slab of beer that they freaking buy every day, do you know what I mean? Or their expensive clothes, right, that they buy all the time, or that new flashy car that they pull up in and then drive up in. That's their freaking priority. So just tell them, like, I don't think the timing's right now. I'm here for you. Just know that whenever you're ready, I'm here to rock and roll. We can get into it. And that's when you can get stuck in and you can help them. Does anyone have any questions on like objection handling, closing and stuff like that? Because
I do, Simon.
Yes.
So you had mentioned in the video something about, or I think you did, or when we were speaking to each other, something about, so we have the 2 packages, but then you said now we have the 3rd. Do you remember? I don't know if it was in your videos or if it was us just talking, and you said the bronze package or something like that.
All right. So the bronze, the reason why I haven't talked about the bronze is is because like, we have 3 sessions a week and 2 sessions a week, gold and silver. The lower amount of sessions people do, the least amount of dedication the lower amount of dedication they have. Has anyone ever had a client who does 1 session a week get life-changing results?
I have a doctor and his PA, that's his wife, and they come once a week, but then we have him, he has stuff at his own house. So when he comes here, we really push him here.
Right.
And then at the house, he does other things. So it works for them.
So
You know what I mean?
that's great. And this is where the bronze comes in. So what we do is this, but the bronze is always a verbal drop cell. The reason why, and this is why, wait, oh, Sherry's gone. So if you display all your prices on one page, right? Imagine you've got 180, 120, and 60. What instantly are you drawn to?
60.
Exactly, right? Never show the cheapest alternative. So you have a verbal drop cell, right? A drop cell. Cheers, Ryan. We'll speak soon, brother. With the verbal drop cell, that is the 3rd package, but you never offer that.
Okay.
If you want to, and they say money, because here's the thing, you verbally drop sell them down to 1, they'll still say it's too expensive because it's not a priority for them. Simple shit. Like I've seen this stuff so much. Like, so just bear that in mind. Like you can do the verbal drop sell, but the condition of the verbal drop sell is this. So if they're really, really adamant, right? And if you can tell guys that this is someone that you want to put energy into, and that you know genuinely can't afford it, right? And they really want to start training, then you can verbally drop sell them to a bronze, and you can tell them that with the bronze, under one condition, can you tell me that you're going to be training as well on your own as well as with me? Yes. Okay. I'll do you a bronze package. Don't normally do this. We'll train once a week for accountability, for form and technique correction, XYZ. And I'm going to give you your programming, of which you do not give them anything extreme. You give them basic shit. Do not, like one of my online clients at the moment, he's being robbed by all of his clients because he's giving them the most detailed packages before they've even paid him, and they just never pay him. They take his stuff and leave, which is disgusting. But there's people out there that will do that, right? Once you wow them with the value, they don't need you. So remember, if you give them stuff like plans and programs and all that, right, which is a lot of the time too advanced for them anyway, they'll take it and go, oh shit, I can't, this is what I need, right? So, oh yeah, sorry, Charmaine, I can't afford it still, I've realized. Right? It's because you fucking given them what they need. That's all it is. And they'll be laughing at you. So don't give them anything basic. Oh, so anything extreme, sorry, make it basic. So what I need you to do, right? I need you to do, Lucky, I need you to go and I need you to get 10,000 steps in on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 3,000, or on 3 days that you can. I need you to promise me that we do this, this, and this apart on top of our session, where we're going to be doing the form, the technique, the harder session in the gym. We'll be weighing you, we'll be keeping you accountable, we'll do your progress photos once a month, we'll do our monthly check-ins. That's what you have to be doing. So that, yeah, that bronze, I don't have a package for it because honestly, bronze clients are, they come in 3rd place. And
Right,
you only want winners.
That sounds like a good plan. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome. So yeah, I mean, look, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. There is actually one other thing you can do if you want, and there's a video here. Oh, share.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Do you think showing the amounts on the screen for like your gold and silver packages sometimes scare people away because they can visually see the amount, the dollar amount?
Because they can see the what each of. Nah, like you have to tell them eventually anyway.
Yeah.
And like break. So what you can do. This is why we do half an hours, right? Because if you did gold hours at like 110 an hour, 360 a week, $620 a fortnight, 1,400 a month. People won't sign up with you because their subconscious is going to be telling them, holy crap, that's the price of half my fucking mortgage, right? So basically what I do is you go gold at 180, or are we doing 185 or what, 195?
We're doing 75 per 30-minute sessions.
75. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So you do
That's
740.
225 for 3 sessions.
Yeah. So put that. That's good. And then what you do is brackets like 75 per session.
Yep.
So get any opportunity you can to show them a smaller number. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any opportunity you can show it. This is why Suzanne as well, I was telling you, Sue, like over here, we do everything weekly. If you do things monthly and you charge like what the guys in Australia can charge, and obviously what you guys are getting towards, right? It's just going to seem like so much. You're welcome, Lucky, no problem, brother. So it's going to seem like a hell of a lot. Yeah. So break it down. I'll share my screen. This is one other thing you can do, only if they're the right prospects. It's cool, right? Okay, has anyone seen this before? Up your conversion rates with ease, right? What this basically does here, don't look very nice in that photo, do I? Okay, so with that being said, what you can do here is you can give people a free week pass to try training with you if and only if you think that these guys are the right fit for you and they are not making excuses. The chances of them actually being broke or not being able to afford it or whatever, hell, I'll have freaking you guys, some of you guys on here, I deal with it all the fucking time. Simon, I've got no money, even though you've made me 6 figures. It doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? So people are gonna lie blatantly to your face, right? You can give them a week to trial, right, with you, and do 1 session or 2 sessions a week, get them in the door, and give them a head start. You can do that if you want. But that's it. You're welcome, Cass, no problem. But honestly, I wouldn't be pushing that too much, to be honest with you.
You do something like that, would you just take them straight in for like training sessions? You wouldn't worry about doing like their photos and measurements and like setting them all up like that? Well,
you would. So it's a great question. It's a great question. You do 1 session, you set them up. Yeah. Like, here's the thing, bro, as well. Like, what would you rather do with your time? Like, I know for a fact that I would always rather than training someone on the gym floor, I would always rather having a sit down session with someone in the office and having like a bit of a deeper meaning for it. It gives you a bit of a chance and a bit of a break from the gym floor. Like, that's what I would personally rather. And at least then you've documented stuff. Here's the thing as well, like, it sounds horrible, but it's the truth. You see those guys again in a year and they haven't changed. Let's have a look at your measurements from last time. Oh, you've got fatter and you're bigger, so you haven't changed. So you need it now even more. And it sounds fucking horrible, but it's true. Man, when I see clients in Melbourne that I used to train, every fucking one of them are fatter and bigger and in worse shape than when they quit. And it's ironic. It's the same thing with any service that you drop. Hell, look, compared to when I was in the best shape fucking 6 months ago, I put on 10 kilos already, man. 5 of which in the last 4 days, probably. But like, it'll drop off again as soon as I get my priorities straight, right? Again, it's priorities. But I'm telling you now, like, same with business coaching. Every single client near enough that stops business coaching or finishes and doesn't want to continue, it's because they're happy where they're at. And that's fine. That's completely fine. It's not a bad thing. But they won't ever progress. They'll only regress. And it's the same with any service. It's the same with anything in life. So I personally would say, Tane, document where they're at right now. Document it. And it's the same, ironically, and Cass won't mind me speaking about it. Cass, who just jumped off, you saw Cass there. I connected with Cass about a year and a half ago, right? And, you know, thought I was a salesy, sleazy business coach like everyone else. Ironically, she's a client now. A year and a half, yeah? A year and a half. And that obviously comes from a bit of a helping hand with Jack here, because Jack pointed her in the right direction. So what happened was, she goes into Jack's gym. Are you working with a business coach? Yeah, I'm working with Simon. Oh, I spoke to him a year and a half ago. Jumped on a call with me, signed up. Because of someone out there saying, Tane's the best coach, Charmaine's the best coach, Magnum's the best gym, right? Tom Rose is just too good at fucking sales. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down to. I'm like, you can't ever trick and beat the law of attraction and karma. You can't. It's coming to you, whether you like it or not. That's why I let people leave, and I welcome people with open arms, and I let them leave with open arms, because they come back. And this is why with your sales, and to summarize here, guys, never close and finish badly and leave a sour taste in your prospect's mouth. Because if you do, and I do have clients that do this, you'll have complaints. And when you have complaints, your business's brand is at risk. And if your brand is at risk, you're screwed. You're screwed. Because though people's like in that world, Jim, your reputation, Charmaine, will spread like wildfire. And I know it's going to be a good rep, right? Same for Jack in his new gym, right? All of Magnum's trainers, Shay. This is why with staff at our scale, brother, we've got to be careful, because whatever them staff members are doing, they're representing Magnum. We've got to make sure that they're doing the right thing, because if you don't carry yourself professionally, and there have been times where I haven't, like I've put my hand up, and these are learning curves, and there's probably times where you guys haven't. You make mistakes and you might say the wrong things, but you know, you learn. You be careful, because it will jeopardize your brand. So welcome people with open arms if they want to jump on. If they don't, tell them yourself the timing's not right, and let them leave with open arms, because they will then come back, because your arms that left them are still open. Yeah, it's that simple. Any other questions, guys? Or I think otherwise that's quite a nice little way to wrap it up. And I might force myself to do a gym session now.
I was just going to say, with what you're talking about with the up in the conversion rate, it works. I did it last week for the first time.
There you go.
Woman told me she had $400 to $450 a week disposable income, but the husband wouldn't let her train because she's lost heaps of weight before. She lost like 50 kilos. He felt self-conscious, so she put all the weight back on. And that was 4 years ago. And now she wants to train it again. So I gave her the option of the silver. She came back the next day, signed up on a bronze, and then wants to upgrade to a silver as she starts getting on to it.
That's right. So this is the thing, another really big, really big boost for you guys. Think about how many free fucking consults you do all the time. Think about how many free sessions you do all the time. Giving someone an in, right, and giving them an opportunity and giving them an extra session to prove that you are not like other trainers. My clients, you guys, you are not like the 95% of trainers. You're the 5%, guys, I'm telling you right now. You're not like the other guys. Give them another free session, wow them, do their measurements, and then give them a session after that. When you do that setup sessions, Tani, their measurements and that, PT session log, set the first goal, right? Everyone is using this document. If you're not, you're failing. Tom, you're using this, right? Do you use this thing? Yeah. Like set a goal, get them to tick it off, get them to come back. That's then their first practical session. Just improve slightly on what you did with the push-ups, squats, and lunges, right? And then say, right, you're moving. You were here, you're now here. Like, this is it, you're going. Let's roll here. You got nothing to lose. And if they don't, guys, they just don't prioritize it, and let them leave with open arms. That's it. It's all you can do. You cannot do anything else. It is that simple. And that's it. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? Charmaine, you came late. Any other questions you've got? You all good? You're good. Jackie boy, you happy? Shay, how's 75 hard, brother? You look like you're smashing it out.
Yeah, it has its challenges, but overall it's positive. It's good. Enjoying it.
That's
Halfway.
Good. That's good. Get it done. Smash it out. Keep signing people up, Tom. Keep doing us proud in Melbourne. The Melbourne posse here. And I'll catch up for a coffee in the next couple of weeks. And that's it, guys. All right, let's wrap it up. Anything you all need, let me know, and I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.